Hello, this is Matt from Self Health Hypnosis, and I hope you are safe and well, and I welcome you to this anxiety and depression sleep hypnosis to stop overthinking, worry, and stress. A guided sleep meditation we hope will motivate you towards the relief you can experience as you uncover the skills you already have within you to overcome anxiety and depression. And I wonder how you would feel knowing that with continued practice, you will learn to free yourself from the flow of negative thoughts and stop stress, worry, and overthinking, and step forward towards your goals as you drift down and experience a deep, restful sleep. At Self Health Hypnosis, we believe there is always light somewhere in the darkness, guiding you to discover your personal strengths and be the hero of your own journey. So I wonder when you will choose to start a new story. Because you are here now. We are certain part of you is absolutely committed now to the process of letting go of any negative thoughts as you focus on change and new possibilities. So I will suggest that you take time now and prepare yourself. Firstly, to find a quiet peace and find a space where you can focus on you and allow yourself to relax and in your own way find calm. And I will give you a minute or so to find quiet, to close doors or blinds. So you might just like to carefully listen now to my instructions as we ready you to search within yourself and to find the skills always available now to take positive steps forward toward peace. So when you are ready and in your own time, just finding a place where you can relax. And I'm not sure where and how you find deep comfort. Yet maybe you can find a position in which you most prefer to relax and find calm. Perhaps for you that's a chair, a cushion-filled lounge, or maybe it's safe under the covers of your cozy, warm bed. It doesn't really matter where. That's up to you. And here and now, as you relax in comfort, Perhaps noticing now how your limbs, your torso, and each muscle in your body settles. And maybe you would like to remember the deep comfort you feel in those moments where you are safe and sound, and those eyelids start to feel heavy. And I wonder if you know that hypnosis is not something that is done to you. Hypnosis is simply a useful process. And this simple hypnotic induction is the vehicle that takes you from an active, conscious state where you might be analyzing your situation, perhaps thinking about the future or the day past, to one where you can focus on other sensations, and you might allow yourself to relax. And as your guide, I can never know what it is that helps you to relax. And I don't even know how or when you might allow yourself to just let go and choose to relax deeper now into a safe and comfortable state of mindful awareness where you can become absorbed in calm. And maybe as you relax in comfort, you might like to imagine those times now where you have been able to put any worries behind you. And I wonder now what it is that helps you relax and drift off into trance. For me, it is relaxing by the beautiful ocean on a warm, sunny day. It is a setting where I can just stop and make the decision to switch off any troubling thoughts and focus on the sensations and sounds of my surroundings. There is just something so deeply soothing about a quiet beach in the summer. And you might like to imagine closing your eyes as you hear the calming sound of the gentle waves as they meet the shore. And feel the incredible warmth as the sun bathes you in its healing light. And as you imagine how you like to relax, maybe your eyes are starting to blink, or perhaps they are already closed. And I wonder if after a busy day, your eyes are feeling tired and your eyelids heavy. And it is okay to be aware of your eyes and of how you are in control, and how you could close them should you wish. And that's fine. Just close them a moment. And you may want to drift down into a deep state of trance. Because as you relax, your eyes closed, you are already halfway there. That's right. With your eyes closed, you can begin to relax. Though at first you may be more aware of some things than you were before. The sounds outside, or even inside the room. The relaxing tone of my voice. The sensations in your hands or in your feet. Or maybe the thoughts or images that drift into your mind automatically. Because with your eyes closed, it becomes easier and easier to become more and more aware of a variety of things that otherwise might be overlooked or ignored. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, and the alteration of awareness as the mind begins to experience that gradual letting go. Perhaps even letting go of any effort it takes to be aware of exactly where your arms are positioned, or the hands or fingers, and even the effort it takes to be aware of which leg seems to relax more quickly and completely than the other. But the simple truth is that it takes time to experience that letting go in your own time and in your own way. As you begin to learn even more than before about your own ability to relax and let go. And the mind begins to flow down to that place of quietness and calm awareness. A place that almost seems to give off signals that directs our awareness down toward it, into it, more and more completely. A place of effortless relaxation and letting go, where even the effort it takes to be aware of the sound of my voice or the meaning of my words may almost seem to be too much effort to bother making. And it's so much easier simply to relax and allow events to occur almost by themselves. And perhaps your unconscious mind can allow that drifting to occur, while the conscious mind drifts off someplace else entirely now. And in your own time and in your own way, aware of events that occur along the way, as the unconscious mind begins to utilize the opportunity to alter your experience and to continue that learning in whatever way is the right way for you. Learning that feeling of letting go, of allowing the unconscious mind to assume more and more responsibility for guiding and directing awareness as you continue now to explore your own abilities and capacities to learn as you relax. As you relax and enter trance more and more completely, more and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly than before. Your imagination is so very powerful, and I wonder now if you are aware of an incredible fact often communicated to us by therapists, neuroscientists, and spiritual teachers. This truth is that the words and images that we focus on, we give life to, and they become reality. And if you follow the popular coach, Tony Robbins, you may have noticed that he often shares one very powerful statement: where focus goes, energy flows. And I wonder what comes to your mind when you consider that statement. And some people find they spend so much of their valuable time focusing on what might happen rather than on what does happen. They find themselves absorbed by the what-ifs and the worst that is possible, rather than being concerned with what is happening or what is more likely to occur. And I wonder if you have considered that the interesting thing about the future and even tomorrow is that it hasn't happened yet. So unlike the past or even the present, the future can become whatever you make it. And I know that sometimes this can seem unlikely until you begin to focus on what you want in your future. And you can begin to focus on how you will achieve that. And you can focus on what you can do to overcome future challenges. The actions you can choose to remove any obstacles. Because in making the decision to focus on your vision, your goals, eventually, in time, things improve. And I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I find it very interesting that for every problem that one person might find difficult to handle, there will be someone else that handles it all fine. And if you are going to focus on what you want in the future, I wonder what that will be. For many people, when they think about a question like that, they are quick to consider it negatively, and they might initially respond thinking about what they hope it won't be. They might think, I wish I didn't overthink things, worry too much, or always fear the worst. And it is important to understand that it is completely human to experience worry and stress when life is filled with uncertainty. Yet amidst that ambiguity is also possibility. And how we recognize and accept ambiguity is the key to altering our experience. And we can learn to step back, ask better questions of ourselves, and make decisions now toward positive change, and focus on goals and turn uncertainty into opportunity. The wise author and psychologist Viktor Frankl once said, "Don't ask the meaning of life. Life is asking the meaning of you." And I don't know if this is true for you, but many of us during life experience sensations where we can see the forest, but not the trees. And we may have felt anxious, overwhelmed, stuck, or even depressed. And it can be so very hard to let go of some feelings even though we know deep in our heart we need to stop negative patterns of thought. And I wonder how you might feel when you consider that many of the negative statements we think or say to ourselves are absolutely false. And sadly, there are some of us who talk to ourselves using the language of those negative patterns of thought. And we make statements like, "I am always anxious," and "my life has no meaning." Yet those statements only reflect unconscious, unhelpful patterns of thinking that only help someone to maintain problems. And as they learn this, they can begin to think about what they actually want. And perhaps they might consider what their life will look like if they were to start following themselves around with a camera. And if that were you, I wonder what you would see on the video. I wonder if you would start saying things to yourself like, "I have learned to be mindful and calm. I have looked at what used to upset me and now worked out how to handle it. I am planning more, and when I notice something that used to make me worry, I am looking now at what I need to do and planning how I will handle those situations. And if I can't change something or have control over something, I work out what I can do so that I can handle it while remaining calm. And if something difficult happens, it doesn't help me also to be overcome worrying about it. And I wonder if you see yourself smiling now. And if you observe yourself as you go about your day, perhaps you see a spring in your step and notice more and more that you are full of positive energy. And at the end of the day, I wonder if you notice that those around you are also much happier, and that you feel so much more relaxed, and you can settle down each day into a deep sleep. And I wonder what changes will occur for you, and how quickly those changes will occur. Eventually, a part of you will notice the changes occurring, and another part of you will observe just how much you have learned to relax. And it can take all of the life experience you have of relaxing. From falling asleep at night to being absorbed in a good book, movie, or conversation. And you can apply this learning in the future. And from today, no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to experience that awful feeling again. The harder you try to remember what it felt like, the further away it goes. A moment of clarity where everything becomes clear, where almost anything becomes achievable. A true understanding of your real worth, your real value as a person, a being of infinite consciousness, experiencing life and love in your own body under the light of the warm, shining sun. So, understanding now exactly what you can do, and empowered with a renewed knowledge of who you really are. And knowing now that you are capable of renewed focus. A focus that allows you to untangle yourself from the stories you have told yourself in the past. And through a renewed awareness, you can now choose to observe any unhelpful thoughts, those images and the words that enter your mind, and decide to respond differently. Because you can choose to stop and take a deep breath and use your powerful imagination to enter that place of total relaxation and peace, where you have access to all your inner strength and abilities. A relaxing, safe place created by you, where you can focus on a life you value, on your own wonderful goals, and can see yourself sweeping away any negative thoughts, and watch as the worry and stress just drifts away and out of you. And best of all, you won't even have to think about new patterns of thinking. Sooner or later, you will discover how your own regular hypnotic work will remind you to start taking different actions. And as you lie there, totally relaxed, you may have noticed that you have already started to change. And just like we can be certain that the sun will rise each morning, you can find certainty that change is natural. And sometimes people's lives just change in an instant. And I wonder if you can imagine rising tomorrow and getting better and better because you regularly come back to this hypnosis and visualize yourself maintaining a clear path to a life you want. And best of all, eventually you can discover how much you have already learned. And in the days and weeks ahead, it will become natural and clear that energy well directed to the right things will give you access to the abundance and always available ocean of plenty. And the truth is, I don't know when you will take the action. And I just don't know when your unconscious mind will learn the truth. But I do know that your conscious mind can find confidence and comfort. So you can just slowly fall asleep.